Hello everyone, John Caldwell here with the results of NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 for all of you who missed it. I tell you what, the fine folks at NXT never seem to disappoint. Whether it be the weekly show on the WWE Network or a takeover show, they always give 110%. Let's go ahead and get right into the results for tonight. Our first match was the NXT Tag Team Championship match between the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Era, and Mustache Mountain. Undisputed Era got control right out of the gate, but Mustache Mountain quickly made a comeback. Bate was very impressive with offensive, including a big swing to Kyle O'Reilly with Roderick Strong on his shoulders. The Undisputed Era worked over the legs of Mustache Mountain and did dueling submissions at one point. When Bate was in trouble, Seven teased throwing in the towel but didn't end up doing so. O'Reilly kicked out of Mustache Mountain's Burning Hammer and knee drop combo. The Undisputed Era double-teamed Seven with their trip kick combo to retain the titles. After the match, the War Raiders attacked Undisputed Era, so now we know who is going after the Tag Team Championships, the War Raiders. The next match was Velveteen Dream taking on EC3. Velveteen Dream had a flashy outfit with tights that read "Call Me Up Vince," which, by the way, "Call Me Up Vince" actually trended on Twitter pretty high in the United States. Dream threw his jacket at EC3 and EC3 threw it back at Dream, with Dream selling it. Dream hit a DDT to EC3 on the ramp to gain the advantage and worked over EC3's neck. Dream hit the Dream Valley Death Driver, but EC3 kicked out. Dream hit another DVD on the apron and then hit a flying elbow to EC3 from the top rope to the apron. Dream then pinned EC3 to score the victory. After that match, we had the NXT North American Championship match between the NXT North American Champion Adam Cole and Ricochet. The two had a feeling out process early, and Cole trash talked by saying Ricochet wasn't special. Ricochet made a comeback and did a lot of his flashy offense. Cole got a near fall with an impressive backstabber after Ricochet went for a springboard uppercut. Ricochet went for a springboard moonsault, and Cole nailed him with a super kick for another big near fall. Ricochet kicked out of another near fall, and the crowd did an NXT Mamma Mia chant. Ricochet came back and hit the 630 to capture the North American Championship. So there you go, brand new North American Champion in Ricochet. Big congratulations out to him. He definitely does deserve that because he's been working so hard for so many years to win a big time singles title like that. So big congratulations once again to Ricochet. Our next match was for the NXT Women's Championship between the NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. Ronda Rousey and the MMA Horsewomen were shown watching at ringside. Sane had control early, but Baszler got control and worked over Sane's foot. Baszler twisted Sane's foot and then mocked Sane's taunt. Sane got a second wind and started to repeatedly strike Baszler. Sane hit an insane elbow and then attempted a second one, but Baszler rolled to the outside. Sane got Baszler back in the ring and hit a second insane elbow, but Baszler kicked out. Baszler got her clutch submission on Sane, but Sane got to the ropes. Sane went for the third insane elbow, but Baszler got her feet up. Baszler went for the clutch again, but Sane countered into a roll-up to win the Women's Championship. Sane had an emotional celebration after the match. So there you go. The Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane, is the brand new NXT Women's Champion. Big congratulations out to her as well. And in the main event of NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4, the last man standing match for the NXT World Heavyweight Championship, the NXT Champion Tommaso Ciampa taking on Johnny Gargano. Gargano attacked Ciampa before the announcer could finish Ciampa's introduction. Gargano pulled off the ringside padding and brawled with Ciampa on the outside. Gargano attempted a move on the announce table, but Ciampa countered and put Gargano through the announce table with an air raid crash. Gargano came back with a chair and used it on Ciampa. Ciampa attempted to render Gargano unconscious with a sleeper hold. Gargano sent Ciampa headfirst into a steel chair that was wedged into the corner. Ciampa hit a trio of Project Ciampas, but Gargano got up at 9 and hit a super kick. The two traded blows and German suplexes and then each got up at the count of 1. Ciampa hit the fairy tale ending on the steel steps, but Gargano got up at 9. Ciampa started ripping apart the ring padding to expose the boards, and Gargano used a fire extinguisher. Gargano got a crutch and broke part of it over the back of Ciampa. Gargano hit a DDT to Ciampa on the exposed boards, but Ciampa rolled to the floor at 9. Gargano went for a super kick but accidentally hit a worker at ringside, and Ciampa drove Gargano through the barricade. Ciampa put the worker and all the ringside items on top of Gargano. Gargano escaped out of the buried items at the count of 9. Ciampa introduced handcuffs, but Gargano super kicked Ciampa off the apron through 2 stacked tables. Ciampa used the crutch to get up at 9. Gargano threw Ciampa onto the side of the stage and put on the Gargano escape. Gargano handcuffed Ciampa to the side of the stage. Ciampa started to apologize for everything, but Gargano said it's too late. Gargano hesitated but hit the flying knee and knocked himself off the stage in the process. Ciampa was able to roll off the stage at the count of 9, and Gargano could not answer the 10 count. The announcer said Gargano may have dislocated his knee. So there you go. The NXT World Champion is still Tommaso Ciampa. And I gotta say, that match, oh man, what another great match from these two. A hell of a rivalry. The best rivalry in the WWE today. And I tell you what, this match right here, this last man standing match, candidate for match of the year in my book. 2018, such an amazing year for pro wrestling. And not only is it an amazing year for professional wrestling, it's also a sad year for professional wrestling, because I want to take this moment right now to send my thoughts, good vibes, and prayers out to the family and friends of Ian Doc Dean. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ian Doc Dean was best known for his time as one half of the Liverpool Lads in All-Star Wrestling throughout the mid-80s and 90s, alongside current NXT trainer Robbie Brookside. He passed away this past Tuesday at the young age of 48. No further details are available at the time of publication. Dean was an important part of a generation of British wrestling stars who laid the foundation for the current British wrestling boom, winning the ASW Tag Team titles and ASW's British Welterweight Championship on 2 occasions each. He's notable to a lot of American fans for his infrequent appearances on WCW television in the late 90s, popping up on Monday Nitro, Thursday Thunder, and Saturday Night in an enhancement talent role. He also famously competed in New Japan Pro Wrestling's Best of the Super Junior 4 tournament in 1997, defeating Chavo Guerrero Jr. and even Jushin Thunder Liger. So once again, I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to the family and friends of Ian Doc Dean. I know that Robbie Brookside tweeted this on Twitter on August the 14th, the day of his passing. R.I.P. Ian Doc Dean, I met you in 1984. You were dressed in a doctor's coat, a pair of rubber boots, and a helmet. From then on, we drove down every road and sailed the 7 seas. The great times will always be with me forever. I shall miss you, my dear friend, forever with me. And now that brings the death count for wrestlers in 2018 to 14 now. It's just such a horrible thing to hear about, and it's just been a very dark year for pro wrestling. Like I said, it's been a good year because of the wrestling matches and the wrestling quality that we're seeing in today's day and age, but it's also a sad one. 14 professional wrestlers that I know of so far have passed away this year alone. And man, just once again, good vibes, prayers, and thoughts going out to Ian Doc Dean's family and friends. And in closing, I have some big news to announce to all of you about the Evolution pay-per-view coming up in October. This is hot off the press. Alexa Bliss will take on Trish Stratus at the Evolution pay-per-view. So once again, breaking news out of the WWE, Alexa Bliss will face Trish Stratus at the Evolution pay-per-view. That was also shown, I think, before the TakeOver Brooklyn 4 show began on the Titantron in the Barclays Center. And Alexa Bliss didn't have her Raw Women's Championship in the picture. So, you know who's going to be losing it tomorrow. That's a little spoiler there for all of you. Sorry about that. But it's kind of obvious. But once again, Trish Stratus will face Alexa Bliss at the Evolution pay-per-view. Should be a great match. Can't wait to see Trish wrestle again. Alright, that's the results of NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4. I will see you tomorrow for the results of SummerSlam. Until then, this is Jamin John saying thanks, goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow.